This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
This portion of Lee Pitts Live is brought to you by Hodges University, celebrating 25 years of educating Southwest Florida.
Welcome back, Southwest Florida. We're so thrilled that you stayed with us, and this well-dressed man here is the good doctor, Dr. King. We're so thrilled to have Dr. Robert King here in the studio. Bumps in. Man, every time you come to Lee Pitts Live, you got something that's going to make people better off. Tell us, what is it in your background that always have you trying to help people?
I don't know. I think it's just a passion to see people do better in life. I just think regardless of where you come from, you can always do better, but people need some direction. Motivation is good, but education and implementation is what makes it happen.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of times, and I know you have a background in the clergy as well, but a lot of times we will hear about spirituality and all of that, but we rather will hear about the process
Yes.
of how to take these dreams and turn them into a reality. You're a process guy along with
Yes.
spirituality and things like that, right?
Yes, and even in teaching the Word of God, it's also a process. I just can't show up every week and just tell you how great it is. I got to give you corresponding action. Between Sundays, what do I do to make this better?
That's right.
What do I apply? How do I apply this word? How do I apply this technique so I can see my life change?
Now, what does it do for you personally to see people who listen to you? Because I know I read a lot of your things on social media, listen to you on social media as well. What does it do for you when you know that people listen to some of the directions you give them, they go out and implement it, and then they become successful?
It's a great feeling. It's better than any financial reward. When you're walking in the mall and somebody screams your name and they tell you that, I still have that job at Red Lobster because you taught me how to do an interview, and then you sat down with me and went through the process with me, and then I went there, and I've been there 3 years now. So it's a good feeling, something that's pretty hard to describe.
Because I think it was good that we had that conversation to set the foundation now for another area that you become an expert in, is residential assisted living family.
Yeah.
What is that, and what is the misconception? People think it's this, but it's really that.
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, a residential assisted living facility is basically a home, just like your neighbor's house. And what has happened is that it has been converted into a facility that takes in the elderly. And it necessarily don't have to be elderly, 18 and above, who needs help with their daily living. They no longer can take care of their daily needs, so they come into a facility that's a home-like environment, and we provide for all their needs. We do bathing, we should cook for them, we do their laundry for them, we make sure they take their medication on time, we make sure they go see their doctor's appointments on time, we give them socialization with other people, take them out into the city to see things. So we basically care for them as if they're our family, but we do it in a home-like setting.
So in street wording or whatever, it's totally different from, say, putting somebody in a sterile, big facility and you don't really know what's going on there. Not that we're casting any aspersion on that, but this is more personalized. You can
Right.
come and visit. You can keep up with your loved one.
Yeah, we give much respect to the large facilities because they do a great job, but not everybody wants to be in a large facility. Not everybody can deal with the transition of hundreds and hundreds of people. They want to stay more in the home-like environment. So with us, they actually come into the home. And our facility that I teach people have no more than 8 residents. So it'll never be more than 8 people in this facility, which gives my staff a better chance to get to know them and personally care for them. So we know when Miss Irene is having a bad day because we see her every day and we spend time with her. And that makes it different than the larger facilities.
One of the popular residential assisted living facilities in our area that has become very well known is Harmony Homes. You started Harmony Homes. Tell us how much experience you had, what type of roadmap you had to lead you to success, or did you learn in that process and now you're able to tell people what to do and what not to do?
That's exactly how it was. When we started Harmony Homes, it literally took 18 months to get licensed. And it was only because I was walking in the blind. I didn't really know what the process was, so I made a lot of mistakes in that area. And though you can call and ask 5 people the same question and get different answers, so it was kind of challenging. It was like, the blind leading the blind, but we went through the process because we knew at the end of the day, we would be able to help these elderlies in their needs. So the process was hard, but we survived it. So now I decide, you know what? There are other people out here who literally need to understand this process, so now we're helping them.
I can see you now, Doc. As you're going through this, you're saying, "Man, this could be a book. This could be a training session. I need to start jotting these things down. I know how your mind works." And so now you are ready and poised to actually start teaching people how they can take advantage of the opportunity of doing what you do.
Yes.
Now, before we get into that, is what you do an opportunity for people to make additional income, or this can be their actual income? This is how they could live.
Yeah, I mean, this could be an actual
Job,
income.
yeah.
This could be a
Business.
second career, a business opportunity. This
Right.
could be for basically anybody. There's no medical background or requirements needed to open and operate an assisted living facility. I was amazed at that. You don't have to have that. You have to have some certifications and some state licensing, but the average individual can take their home and do something with it positive and make a good income, because these people have to stay somewhere and they have to pay. And I got to tell you, they pay very well.
Now, as we are looking at images of your facility, Harmony Home, and we've seen some images, I understand that. Tell us about the event that's going to be taking place.
Oh yeah, we're really excited about that. We have literally locked down Harborside and Hyatt Hotel in Naples, because we're going to be doing what we call seminar meetings, opportunity meetings in the community to give people the exposure to this industry. A lot of people are aware of it, but just don't know that they really can participate in this industry. And so even that, technically this year, there's a lot of time left this year where an individual can come with us and let us guide them and get them open to run a facility. We always say, you bring desire, we bring direction.
Now, you said Harborside, we're letting people know that's located in downtown Fort Myers. Of course, we're going to a lot of counties. Tell us the what, when, and where.
Okay, so May 3rd in Harborside at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. we'll be hosting the opportunity meetings. You need to go to the website, alfownership.com, to register. And then May 6th, same thing, at 7 p.m., we'll be back at Harborside. Then we go down to Naples, and we're in Naples May 17th, 11 a.m., and then also 7 p.m., and then May 19th at 7 p.m. at the Naples brand new hotel, Hyatt House, hadn't even opened yet, and we're excited to be one of the first vendors there.
So we got the website that's appeared on the screen throughout this interview. People go there. It's easy for them to navigate themselves through and register. What do they need to bring to the actual training?
Nothing but some desire.
Okay.
We're going to provide them what they need, because it was kind of difficult for me to get through this process. I created a blueprint. So I have a blueprint booklet that they will receive, so that will get them through the process. There's 4 business models that a person can use to open a facility. We're going to explain all 4 to them so they can choose which one they want to participate in. But then we know people are not going to remember everything we say, so we're going to accompany that with a CD. The CD is going to give them everything that they need to start the process, so they don't have to be wondering.
Is this an untapped market, and why?
Oh yeah, completely untapped. Listen, 4,000 people a day are turning age 85. That's a large amount of people, and 70% of those are going to need help with their daily needs. And so we can position ourselves in a community where we can help those people live a quality life. I tell people all the time at our facility, Harmony Homes, I can't control the quality, the quantity, how long you're going to stay with us. I can't control that, but I can have a strong impact on the quality. I can help you with your life every day by making sure that I care for you and love for you and have you have a great life while you're with us.
Now, do you have to be a RN, a doctor, or a CNA to own a residential assisted living facility?
No, that's the part that's amazing. You don't have to have any medical background to do that. I thought the same thing when I started exploring, but I realized that you don't have to have any medical background to do that. You just have to have the desire, and then they'll give you some certifications and some training so you can learn how to care for the elderly. But the average individual out there will have a heart and a passion. That's the most important thing. The profits are there, but the passion got to be there. If you have a heart and a passion for these elderly, you can care for them. They're like family.
King, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. All right, stay right there. As the saying goes on this particular show, for those who say it can't be done, they're usually interrupted by those like Dr. King and all the fine people who are associated with training this next batch of people to be residential or assisted living facilities owners. We'll be right back on Leap Hits Live.